And here we are for episode number 14.
Yeah, we're a dozen in. Oh, wait,
14's
no.
not a dozen. No, 12 is a dozen.
Look, okay,
14's a little more than a dozen.
It's been a really long week. We're like a dozen and two.
Well, we haven't recorded anything for over a week, so this is kind of the return
What is
podcast.
14?
Nothing.
It's like 2 weeks worth.
2 weeks. Oh, yeah, people could listen to one every day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You look a wreck tonight. I just want to tell you that. Now, see, because I'm closer to you than I was before.
Oh my god, I can't believe I
It's
just
like,
said that though.
What happened to your face? Since
What?
last time I've seen you,
What?
there's something wrong with your face.
I don't know.
Something happened.
That's rude.
You've been through the ringer, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
I see a ringer face.
Oh. Well,
That's okay, though. I don't mind a good ringer
rough,
face.
It's been a rough week.
It'll get better.
Yeah, I know.
It always does.
It will.
Yes. So, do the noise.
Bum, bum, bum.
There we go. So, what is on your agenda at this particular moment in time?
Everyone wash your hands so you don't get the freaking flu.
The flu is dangerous right now.
Oh my gosh. Two of the three kids have it, and I'm just over it. Over it.
Viruses are dangerous right now. I ran into somebody last night who had something wrong with their lungs because of it. Somebody else's kid I know got very sick and was sick for a month, and it took a long time to figure out what it was. It's a very dangerous year for this.
Well, I tell you what, Caden had a temperature of 105.6. And that was like, I put him in a lukewarm bath for 20 minutes because it was 104.9, and it spiked his fever. And I didn't even let the thermometer finish before I was like, yeah, we're going to the hospital, let's go. Because that's, that can cause seizures and brain damage and everything else at that high.
High temperatures can be very dangerous. Ooh. You did the right thing.
Yeah. I noticed, though, I was thinking about it. When he gets sick, he gets really sick, and he always spikes, like, a really high fever, like 105 or so. I've taken him to the hospital many times for that.
Some people are prone to certain illnesses.
Yeah.
Some people get warts. Some people get fevers. Some people get bronchitis a lot. Just kind of depends, I think, on what your chemical makeup is.
I get sinus infections a lot.
I used to think I had sinus infections, but I don't think that's what they were.
Oh, yeah, mine are. Definitely.
Yeah, mine weren't.
Yeah. It's rough.
I don't know what they were.
I know. I'm just hoping the baby doesn't get it. He's, Austin. Whew, I can't deal with that.
Hopefully not. But, being on medication and things like that, hopefully will keep it streamlined and out of all the problem.
The poor kid, Caden's supposed to go back to school tomorrow, and I don't think it's going to happen because he's still just sick. And then Thursday, he's supposed to get braces, so he's not going to be at school on Thursday. Friday, they don't have school. Monday, they don't have school. I'm like, dang, kid.
Well, at least he's getting some things taken care of.
Yeah, sleep.
Yeah.
He's getting caught up on a lot of sleep. But I will tell you, I've gotten lucky because it's only like the coughing and the sneezing and stuff. It's not like the puking or anything like that. Like, he puked a couple times one day, and that was it.
Well, that's the worst part of the flu for me is when it's the vomiting, which is awful.
Yep.
So it's good that did not stick around.
Yes. He's good. So, we'll see. I mean, he was hyper as ever earlier. When he has medicine, he's so hyper because his fever goes down and he's just like ready to go. But then as soon as that wears off, he's down.
Well, it's interesting because I'll forget this. I didn't make any notes today, so I'll forget it. But I do want to remind people that there is another new podcast out that came out Sunday, I think it was. And it's called Paper Rings, which is an odd title, which I did not choose. But it was like 15 minutes before, so that's what we went with. And I don't know what it means as in regard to that podcast.
Right.
But it's doing very well.
That's
48 hours in. And it's a fun show to do. And it's once a week. And you can catch it the same place you catch this. And it was just... We taped it on Friday. And we just had a lot of fun doing it. And I think the atmosphere was right. Because we were having fun before it started, and we had fun after it ended. And I think that, that translates into... If you have somebody walk in who's like, it's going to stink.
Yeah.
Because the mood is down, and the energy's down. and it will not be good. But the mood was up there and the energy was up, and I think we're taping again this week one day. I don't know when, but it's going to be fun. And we're going to rotate the moderation, so I don't have to moderate. Because when you have 3 people, you got to have a moderator.
Right.
And I moderated the first one because we did it at the radio station. But this week, one of the other girls is going to moderate. So that'll be interesting to see what topics she picks.
Yeah.
Because it is a little topical. We did talk about the royal family. We did talk about studies, which I think are always interesting. And by the way, I think this will be up before Friday. They're going to be on my show Valentine's Day on the radio, both of them. They've never been there live in studio during the morning hour. Valentine's Day show with Michelle and Abby. That is going to be a morning.
Yeah.
You'll want to mark your radios, mark your calendars with big red X's, because this is going to be live. I don't know what's going to happen. I know what I think the topics will be, but for 2 hours, those two in studio.
Well, y'all are going to talk about your party, right?
Well, that's the thing, too. The night before, we're going out. This party has been like 3 months in the making.
Yeah.
And on Thursday night, and I was told today it was going to last for 7 hours.
The party?
The party. So,
Oh.
this Friday's show is going to be one you cannot miss.
Why is it going to last 7 hours?
Because we have fun together, unlike you and I, who can't stand each other.
Right.
Just this hour is just about all I can
7
take
hours,
anymore.
Man.
We're going to have a party on Thursday. So Friday morning will be the detox from the party. Mm-hmm. And it'll also be Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So it's going to be a day. That is a show you won't want to miss. And somewhere in the midst of all that mess, there'll be another podcast taped. So a lot of time with these two in the next 2 or 3 days. But it's okay because we have a good time together. But maybe after that period we won't. Because spending all that time with somebody could ruin something.
I know. We used to spend a lot of time together.
And then I decided I can't stand you.
I know.
And now we spend less time together.
Right.
And I think that's better.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
Well, it works because like for a long time, you were like a dry towel. You want a dry towel. You don't want a wet towel. Because a wet towel you can't do anything with. So when you need it, like if you have a spill...
Yeah.
Or you need to dry something, you need a good dry towel.
Okay.
Okay? But now you're like an old wet towel.
Oh.
And you know what I'm saying? You can't do anything with an old wet towel. And you know the sound...
Actually, you know what you can do? You can snap people with it.
But you don't want to do that. That's not pleasant. Now you know that sound a wet towel makes when it drops to the floor? You like take a wet... Flop. That's what you are now. You're like that old wet towel. But that's okay, because people thought I'd replaced you anyway.
Yeah. They were not happy about it.
Well, it might not be far off. But I know you hate when I say that. But, it could happen. Now I've got, like, substitutes who know what they're doing.
Go for it.
See, don't cop an attitude.
I'm not.
Why are you so defensive?
What? I'm not defensive. I just said go for it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So you ready to be out?
No, not really, but I mean, if that's what you want.
Oh. Moody. We got a moody one. It's going to be a moody episode. I can feel that already. Holy God.
No, I'm not moody.
You are moody.
I'm good. It's just been a long week with sickness and just, ugh.
Well, it's looking up. But my point is check out the podcast.
Oh, in the stupid chair.
Listen, the chair is the way it is. You're going to be stuck with that chair. In any event, the Paper Rings podcast is doing very well.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for...
I'm saying that's
good.
good. Oh.
Hey, quiet down. I'll point to you when it's your time to talk.
Okay.
Okay. The Paper Rings podcast is available on this podcast network. Don't miss it. Take a listen. And this Friday on the radio, Valentine's Day, check out Abby and Michelle live, and you will hear Valentine's Day advice on all kinds of studies, and you'll hear about the big office party 3 months in the making the night before.
We'll be on Valentine's Day night.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a little shifty right now.
Okay.
See, you'll be okay either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel any guilt anymore. I felt guilt at one point, but I think my guilt has went away.
Oh.
Thank God.
Yeah, you don't ever want to feel guilty.
No, I felt guilty because we talked about that at one point, didn't we?
That was really loud.
There you go. No, we talked about that at
I
one
would have laughed if that would have just broke.
No, it takes more than that to break a glass. This is wood.
I don't care. It would have been funny. Except all your podcast stuff is here, so that would not have been good.
No, but it's up. There would have to be a lot in that glass to cause problems.
Yeah. It would have been funny, though. Just saying.
No, but it was fun. Because we talked about this during one episode. You're not going to burp again, are you? You ate chili and you're burping all over the place. And it smells like a Mexican barrio in here. That's what it smells like. It smells like a Mexican barrio. And it's like somebody rubbed salsa in my eyes. Because you've belched so many times since you've been here after you ate this horrible chili.
It is actually delicious, and I almost brought you some.
But you didn't. Maybe I'd be a little nicer if you had brought me some chili.
Yeah, but, I didn't know if you'd want it or not.
Well, isn't that something you should ask somebody?
Well, yeah, but do you like deer meat?
Sure.
Oh.
Why would I not like deer meat?
I don't know, but that's what
God,
I used.
You're so
instead of,
judgmental.
We've had a conversation before, and I couldn't remember if you did or not.
I like anything.
And I couldn't find any clean Tupperware, so... There's the real reason I didn't bring you any.
But the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. No, I don't... this is an interesting point, because I think people wonder, what makes a good podcast? After I just did that whole little spiel there for the other one.
Yeah.
I think what makes a good podcast is interesting people doing interesting topics, saying interesting things.
There's a lot of interesting in there.
You have to be interesting. Because if you're not interesting, people will not want to listen. You're going to belch again, aren't you? Number 4.
I can't help it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Why didn't you take like a Pepto-Bismol before you came over here?
I don't have any.
You're a mess.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing.
It is a thing.
It's a thing. I am
It's
a
a
hot
thing.
mess.
You're a mess. But you'll crawl out of it.
Yeah.
Everybody has to crawl out at some point.
I did bring you Hershey Kisses. Well, they're like candy cane kisses.
First of all, those look like they were left over from Christmas, and you got them off like the bargain rack somewhere.
No, I've had these actually since Christmas. Not gonna lie, but they're still delicious. I've been eating them.
Well, good for you.
I was gonna make sugar cookies and put them in the middle, but then I ate all the sugar cookie dough.
Oh. So you ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a shame.
Me and Austin.
Well, that's
We
good.
took the whole roll and just ate it one day.
Well, that is interesting. I think that it's nice that you try to bribe me with used candy, but that just ain't going to get it.
It's not used candy.
It's used candy. You just told me this is leftover Christmas candy.
I opened the bag right before I came over here.
I cannot believe that you would try to bribe me with old Christmas candy.
It does not expire until July of 2020, and I opened the bag right before I came over.
I'm not saying it's expired. I'm just saying...
So it's not old.
No, but you did not buy this with the express written purpose to be nice to me. You just picked up some old candy.
Oh, I don't ever buy anything to be nice to anybody.
Oh, that's a
especially
lie.
candy.
Lie.
I like to not
You
share
got me a
candy.
Christmas gift.
I did.
And you did at one point make some lasagna.
Yeah.
And at one point you made donuts.
Oh, yeah.
So I like that person. Whatever happened to that person? That person I liked.
Christmas passed.
This person, day to day.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll bring you some chili on tomorrow.
I don't want any 3-day-old chili.
I just made it today, and I said tomorrow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Old chili. You're trying to give me old... That's your
Not
bribe
old.
is old chili?
Ugh, it's not old.
Any old
I'm
chili?
gonna eat it tomorrow.
Well, that's you.
You'll eat it. You left the lasagna for 3 days before you ate it.
No, I ate it.
Yeah, 3 days later.
How do you know what I...
Because you told me.
But I did eat it.
Yes. So
There
you
you go.
can't complain about chili that's a day old when you
Made
save
me
the
sick
lasagna.
for a week, but
Oh,
I
okay.
ate it.
Whatever.
I did eat it.
I believe you. Never
tried
got my
to say-
Tupperware back.
Do you want it? I can give it. I think I had to throw it out.
Uh-huh.
Because it was like trying to firebomb that lasagna out of there was very difficult. I got a jackhammer and a chisel and just couldn't get it out.
My lasagna's good.
Okay.
And you said it was good, so.
Did I?
Yeah.
Really?
You did.
I find that hard to believe.
Did you not remember anything?
I remember everything. I remembered the donuts. I remembered the lasagna. I remembered all those nice things.
Oh. Were the donuts good?
Yeah, I did like the donuts.
Yeah.
There were some burnt ones in there, though. I think you burnt the stove that day.
I got the stove on fire that day. Yeah.
The good old days when you were fun.
I did start using that burner again, though.
Well, that's good. So now
My
when you
fear
burn the
is
house down,
over.
we'll know what happened. So when the house is in shambles, we'll understand what happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my house is a disaster right now. It's like Austin. It's so funny because when all three kids are like good, the house is fine usually. But when it's just Austin that's good, it's like a tornado goes through it. I don't know why he's messier than the other two.
I don't know.
I guess because when it's just, I think I've noticed that he doesn't clean up after himself. And so when I tell them to clean up the toys, it's the other two that clean them up, and he just gets away with it because they do all the work. And so when it's just him and they're both sleeping, and I'm like, clean up your toys, and then it just never happens because he's like, no. And
Well,
then
you
I
can't
sit
blame that.
Oh, and then I sit him in the corner, and then he cries, and it's a mess.
Well, some people are destined to, be... I think there are clean people and then people who just like to live in clutter, and I don't think either way is wrong. It's not like hoarding or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now those hoarders, they got to get that fixed.
Yeah. Well, it's really only one room that's a mess, and it's the living room, and it's because, well, Austin just won't clean up his toys. His toys are all behind the couch, and he just takes all of them out.
Well, he's having a good time.
Yeah.
You can't blame somebody for having a good time.
Ugh. My kid, though, let me tell you.
He's a good kid.
He is. He really is. He was really upset that he couldn't come with me tonight.
I like him. He's a nice kid.
Yeah. He wanted to come with me, and I was like, you don't even have pants on, dude. Get in the house.
Yeah, pants are a requirement.
Yeah.
I prefer when people come over that they do wear pants.
He had no socks, no shoes, no pants, just underwear and a long sleeve shirt. And he comes running outside as I'm talking to the landlord, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I want to go with you. I'm like, oh. And then he's like, Sissy won't help me build a fort. So I can only imagine what my house is going to look like when I get back.
He'll have worked on the fort.
Yes.
Fort's
And it's funny because there was a blanket on the floor, and he had a bunch of granola bars that he kept putting under the blankets, and he was like, I gotta get snacks for my fort. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm gonna come home and there's gonna be a bunch of wrappers and
Well, but that's fun, though. I remember when I was young, I used to build forts. I think all boys do.
yeah.
That's fun. You get 2 chairs, you get some blankets, you put all your stuff in there. Forts are fun.
I like them.
Well,
I don't mind.
But you're a little boyish.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not a girly girl.
No, I'm not even sure you're a girl. So
It happens.
it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell some days. But I think that's okay. Because you're dressed like you're headed to a funeral today.
No, I have on jeans, and I have on a Cincinnati Red shirt, but I have on my coat. That's like my work coat. It's like nice.
Well, I mean, I guess. Okay.
I don't have on like funeral clothes. I'm not dressed in all black.
This is how I imagine you'd go to a funeral.
No, I would dress up.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
I've been to funerals before.
Have you?
I have.
I think we all have. We haven't?
Not everybody.
Most people have been to a funeral.
Yeah, most people, but not everybody.
Eventually.
How old were you when you went to your first funeral?
Oh, I don't remember. It was late because everybody was alive.
I was 4.
No, see, I had no. My people weren't dying young,
Yeah.
so I was older.
Austin was, let's see, was 4 months old.
Oh,
Yeah. But he went to his great-grandpa's funeral, and he's named after him. So
well, that's nice.
Yep. He used to tell me that he wanted me to hurry up and have the baby because he wasn't going to die until I had the baby. So, yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he held him.
Oh, good.
I have pictures of that.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Yeah.
So it all turned out okay.
Yep.
There you go.
He died like a few days before I got married. I think like 6 days before I got married.
That'll put a damper on the wedding.
Yeah. So that
But the whole wedding was kind of dampered. So.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So it was like kind of a rush funeral, trying to get it all done before the wedding. Yeah.
You know, this is where I look at things, and I'm glad I was never married.
Yeah.
Because I don't need people dying prior to the marriage.
Yeah, it was not good.
No. And frankly, who needs the divorce that came along with it?
Right. I mean, it happens, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's happened to you like 7 or 8 times.
No.
Which I think is fine.
I'm only 27.
Hey, hey, listen, you've been around. Listen, I read things.
Okay.
I look at I have to judge, because when I'm looking at things, I have to say, is this reality? Is this not reality? What is the truth here?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've definitely only been married once.
We don't know that.
Okay.
We'll run a check someday.
Okay.
But it was my understanding you were married several times. I've said this before.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where you're getting your information from.
I don't know what's wrong with you being married several times. Why can't you just fess up to it?
Well, if I were, then I would fess up to it.
If I had any problems, I would admit to them.
Yeah, well, I would admit to them if they were true, but I'm not going to fess
no
up to...
shame in being married several times.
I'm not going to fess up to something that's not true.
I know people who've been married several times. They're called serial daters.
Oh, yeah.
This was a topic on the other podcast.
Oh.
It was.
I haven't
No,
listened.
serial marriers. That's what it was called.
Haven't listened.
Well, we don't need you. We got viewers and listeners of the yin yang.
Good. I didn't say I wasn't going to. I just said I haven't.
It sounded a little rough there. You said that like an insult, and I didn't appreciate it. It sounded like an insult, and I didn't appreciate it.
No, I just haven't listened to it yet. I haven't had time to. So.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, it's done well.
That's good. I'm happy.
Me too. Because there's all kinds of other offerings coming as well. If people haven't listened to the Larry Zabisco podcast, it's out there.
Yeah.
And there are 2 more coming as soon as the equipment arrives. And that's going to be very cool, right around the corner. So there's all kinds of stuff going on right now. And that one will continue.
Yeah.
And this one will continue as far as I know right now.
Yeah.
Momentarily.
What in the world was that?
Geese flying over because it's getting warmer.
It's not really that warm. It's supposed to be like 17 degrees on Friday.
Friday will be bad.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate cold.
Now, are you going to tell your story you told me before we started here?
What story?
About the movie?
Oh, yeah. So, I watched a movie. So, obviously, we've talked about Tyson before on here. And he is going to school right now to be a linesman. And he had me watch this movie called Life on the Line. And it's like, I mean, it kind of describes like their lifestyle and their job and stuff. And it was really, it was a good movie. It was a really good movie, I will say that. But it was sad. And the main character's name was Bailey, so, that did not help my anxiety whatsoever on him having that job.
See, this is the second time I've heard this story, and it was more boring than the first.
Oh,
I'm sorry that you told it again, because now I feel bad.
Why
because
did
I
you
know I
ask
brought it
me
up.
to?
It was my fault. I thought the story'd get more entertaining the second time, and clearly it didn't. It was still as dead as when I heard it the first time.
Well, like, in the end, the girl, Bailey, she was shot and she was in surgery, and the power was out, and so her uncle and her fiance were trying to get the power back on, and her uncle ended up having to basically kill himself because, like, it wouldn't flip, and so he ended up having to use his hands and get, like, shocked and died, like, electrocuted and stuff, and
what
died.
a happy story.
Because he wanted to save her. She was in surgery.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. I cried. It was a really sad movie. But it's a really good movie. I probably should not have watched it.
No, I think you should watch it. Why not? What's wrong with that?
No, I mean, honestly, though, it kind of puts it into perspective, like, what he'll be doing. And,
listen, the way you go through marriages, hey, you know what I'm saying?
No.
People got it. Listen, you know what I'm on? I am on it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have two brilliant minds working at the same time right now.
I feel like they're fighting against each other.
No, you know what I think it is? I think it's been like 8 days since we did this, and I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, like you haven't been able to make fun of me for 8 days.
Well,
so
you know, listen.
Decide to throw it all out in one night.
Probably. But, the story was, I mean, I understand it was a personal story to you, but it was boring.
Then why did you ask me to
I shouldn't
say
have.
it?
I regret it. I shouldn't have done it. So, but what I'm saying is you know how you are with people. So, I mean, we hope not.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, what's new with your life?
That you look pleasant now.
Right. So what's going on with your life?
Oh, tons. There's always stuff going on with my life.
Well, that's good. What's going on?
Well, you know, I stay busy.
Yeah.
And that's always a good thing. Last week was basically consumed with taping things.
Yeah.
And I think that was interesting because I'm always curious about people. And I think it filled a curiosity because I was able to ask a lot of questions that you normally would not ask in a normal conversation. But grasping it in the idea of a study and this and that, it was fun. So, yeah, I had fun doing that. And I had fun... what else did I do last week? I hung out with some people, and that's always fun. And I plan on doing that this weekend, too. So there you go.
That's good.
Life is full. Life is full and life is happy.
Yeah, that's great.
But other than that, I don't know. I mean, still doing the radio show every morning. That's a lot of fun. Still having guests on I Want. That's always interesting.
Yep. Are you taking anybody out for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I know you're not going to tell me who, so I'm not going to
No,
ask.
I wouldn't tell you. Because, see, this is where I think people go wrong. They talk about their personal life, and it's boring. So I'm not going to talk about mine, because I think that's boring. But, yeah, probably. But I don't think I would get anybody flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Okay.
But I hope everybody who wants flowers gets them.
Yeah.
I'm against that right now. Because I think it's sort of false.
Okay. I am so confused.
You're
like,
easily confused.
What is false? Like getting someone flowers or just...
Yeah, I think that people are doing it to either impress the person or the person getting the flowers is trying to fulfill something. I'm not really sure. Because the flowers thing to me, I thought the whole purpose was to display them for other people. And I'm not sure that is... I figure why. There are better things to do in life than that. But if you want to do it, it keeps the florist in business.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Oh, no, I always liked getting flowers.
And hopefully you'll get some.
Oh, I don't mean I don't care. I'm just saying I've always liked it. And I think it's because it's not like a usual thing.
Right. So hopefully you'll get some. And that would be nice.
Yeah.
And then you'll be happy. But I don't like the idea of it. Although I have sent people flowers in the past.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Do you?
Yeah, we've talked about it.
We talked about that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I did send them flowers. And I always like sending people's flowers because I liked when I knew what somebody's favorite flower was. Because I always thought that was impressive. When you could remember what their flower was and you could get it delivered to them.
Yeah, mine's kind of hard.
Not really. Well, to find it, yeah, that would be kind of
Yeah.
hard. Kind of hard to find that. Yeah, I would think so.
Right.
But you could toss it up with B.
What's B?
You told me what B was. You said it was like colorful flowers.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is my... I couldn't even remember. It's been a while.
You're a little looped out tonight.
I think it's all this sugar.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All the Hershey Kisses and the Mountain Dew and... Yeah.
Well, it's an interesting time because I think people are getting ready for spring, which is kind of cool.
Oh, thank God. I cannot wait.
Spring's going to be great. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming up in the next few months. I love this time of year because of that. There's always interesting events going on. And I think there's a lot of happiness and joy found in those events.
Yeah. Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Are you going on any vacations this summer?
I think so.
That's good. Me too.
I don't plan too far in advance.
Yeah. Well, I have to plan far in advance because if not, I cannot get off work. So I gotta plan it out.
Well, see, this reminds me of a lot of my trips have been short term, but some of them have been planned long term. There's one that I'm hoping to do like in April or early May. That's a long term thing that's been planned. So hopefully that'll come off without a hitch. I think it will. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah. I know that, I don't even know what I was going to say. It just like went, whoop, left.
You are sharp as a tack.
No,
tonight.
I remember. I'm going to want to cruise sometime.
You should.
I think that'd be fun. Like, it would just be nice, relaxing.
It's an easy vacation.
But, like, not with my kids.
Well, sometimes people need a real vacation.
Yeah, no, like, honestly, I would like to go on one without my kids, but I would like to go on one with my kids, too. But I don't know how easy it will be to get passports for my children.
I don't know. I wouldn't think very hard.
Well, as long as, I don't think it would be very hard for Austin, just because his dad, we get along, so I'm sure that he'd be okay with it. And same with Courtney, like, it shouldn't be a problem. My worry is more of Caden, trying to get his. Trying to locate his dad to get his signed. That would be my problem.
Well, he stays in touch, doesn't he?
Sometimes, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem.
It depends. So. Yeah.
That's an interesting string you've got going there. Because now we've talked about them all. Well, we've talked about quite a few. I doubt all. But we've talked about a few tonight.
Well, I mean, obviously, Caden, has a different dad than Austin.
Right.
And Courtney, so. Courtney and Austin have the same dad. But Caden does not, because I was in high school when I got pregnant for him. And I did not know Austin and Courtney's dad at that point in time. So, yeah.
There could have been trouble if you did.
Yeah. But no, I did not know him. So I lived in Alabama and he lived in Ohio. So
I've always said you should move back there, and I understand it's a kid issue, but I bet you could get clearance and just.
I don't want to move back.
Oh, you should, because I think. It would be.
Oh, if I were going to move, it would not be to Alabama.
Just somewhere, because I think
you just want to get rid of me.
I do, because I think that you would be much happier. And if you wouldn't, I certainly would. And we're all for happiness here. You got to be happy in life.
Yeah, no. I don't want to move to Alabama.
Move somewhere. Can't we just load up? I'll help you pack. I'll get the boxes.
Oh, are you going to pay for the moving truck too?
No, but I'll get the boxes. And we'll send you out.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen, so.
Like, if it's in the next month, I'll pay for the truck.
No.
If we can get it done that quick, I will get you out of here without a hitch.
No, I can't.
Wouldn't it be fun, though?
Oh, yeah, I would love to, but I can't.
Oh, I would love it, too.
Yeah.
I would love it, because I think that you gone would free up so much of my time.
Oh, yeah, it would.
It would. And, the things I could... how many brilliant ideas I probably have not dealt with just because I've been hung up with doing other things?
I don't know.
Oh, many.
Yeah.
Many.
Hey, I mean... If me moving away would help you.
You'll do it.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
I just wanted to see you get excited for a minute.
Well, it would be nice. Because I think that happiness is sometimes... You know how when people leave, sometimes that can cause a sad moment? Mm-hmm. See, I feel differently. I feel that leaving sometimes can be very happy. Because once you're gone, people say, oh, it's like a gasp of relief.
Oh.
I
don't know that I've ever felt that.
Oh, like when you see a scary movie and you're glad it's over?
I don't like scary movies, so I don't really watch them.
That one's over. All right, that's what you're like.
Yeah.
Like, thank God that mess is done.
Yeah. Hey. I'm not very defensive today.
You seem a little defensive, but it seems more passive-aggressive defensive.
I'm just whatever.
Well, that's okay. I mean, whatever's good, because I think you want a more passive-aggressive resistance.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm not moving away, but you can keep hoping.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day.
Well, you have to at least wait, 13 years.
Oh, I can't wait that long.
Well, Austin,
I ain't got that kind of time.
Austin doesn't turn 18
I ain't got that
for
kind of time.
13 years and 2 months, so.
I don't have that kind of time. We're gonna have to.
well.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, well, that's your time frame.
I like that.
And then I'm still probably not, so.
That's depressing.
I know. I mean, hey. Whatever. I'm happy.
Something happened. If you go back to early podcast, you were fun. And the last 3 or 4, honest to God, I think about putting a butter knife here. And
Just stabbing me?
no, stabbing me. Because I think it's oh my God.
Well, if you're going to stab yourself, you probably shouldn't use a butter knife, because it's not going to...
Well, I don't want to kill myself.
Yeah, but it's just going to cause more pain.
Well, that's what I'm looking
with.
for.
Get it over with.
I don't want to kill myself. I'm just saying that I want to cause pain so I can pop open an artery and say, oh my gosh, we're going to bring this one to an end.
Oh, well, I mean, if you go for the carotid...
Why would I jab myself in the carotid artery?
It'll cause some pain.
With a butter knife. No, I'm not a suicide. I'm just saying, sometimes when you're in the middle of something...
You could stab yourself in the leg.
No. I'm just saying, when you're in the middle of something, sometimes that is not as fun as it once was.
Well, yeah, but I tried to ask you questions, and you don't want to answer me.
I never did. You were just more fun. Now you've become, I don't know, it's kind of a... you used to be kind
Well, because, I've told you, certain things hurt my feelings, and so I just don't pay attention to them anymore.
Certain things don't... No, like what?
Oh, you already know.
I do?
Mm-hmm.
Certain things don't hurt you.
No, certain things do. So I just don't pay attention to them anymore.
Oh, so you're saying certain things that I say hurt your feelings, so now what you do is you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Before you were reactionary.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you were reactionary in the beginning.
Sometimes.
You were?
Yeah. So now I'm just... Well, if that's how you feel, go for it.
But that's not what you want. So that relates back into your whole passive-aggressive personality, which
Right.
is don't tell people how you really feel, and then when they do what you don't want them to do, you feel a mess. That's really good. I bet a psychiatrist would say that's a good move. That's sharp.
Well, I just living my best life.
That was the worst explanation. This is supposed to be somewhat helpful to people listening,
goodness.
and that's not helpful.
No, well, don't act like me. You don't like me, so why would they act like me?
You don't like me. Don't act... What?
You don't like me, so why would they act like me?
I don't like you?
Yeah, that's what
Why
you said.
would I be here if I didn't like you?
You told me earlier on the podcast that you did not like me.
I don't think I did.
You did.
No, I just said you need to move.
We can go back and listen.
No, we can't.
Yeah?
Well, people listening can.
I'll record it and send it to you.
I said I don't like you?
Yeah.
Oh, there are probably things you do I haven't liked.
Oh, no, you said you do not like me.
Well, you harbor, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember saying that.
But you did.
It was probably in the contextual of, there's probably something I don't like that you did.
Right. No, it was definitely directed towards me. You said, I do not like you.
Oh, great.
Yep. I remember these things.
I don't remember that.
Someone told me...
I just out of the blue said I don't like you?
Yeah. Someone told me the other day that they're like, why do you remember everything?
But you don't.
Oh, but if it's something bad, you best believe I'm going to remember.
So you remember the bad.
Yep.
There's another good trait.
No, I remember some of the good.
Oh, good. Some of the good.
Yeah.
But all the bad.
Yeah.
Well,
not even really all the bad. More if it's if it's something directed towards me. then I remember.
And you thought that was directed towards you?
Yeah, you said I don't like you.
No, I don't think it did.
Yeah. It was towards the beginning.
No, I think it was probably something you did, like burping chili in my face.
Don't think so.
I just made a personal assumption that I don't like you?
You just attacked me.
No, I think you probably believe that's what
really
it was.
attacked this whole week. So.
No. I would not attack anybody. I'm a kind soul.
Okay.
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
I spend my whole life trying to be kind to people.
What is this pop-up?
I don't know. Some Valentine's gift.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you think I'm mean. That's one of the rudest things I've ever heard.
I don't know. Why don't you just hit the X?
There it is.
It's really bothering me.
Most things
It's
do.
like a flame.
You're a mess.
What kind of stuff are you looking at
You're
on
a
my computer?
mess. You're a mess. Your nerves are shot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been up and down, like, the past few days. Hardly any sleep. Ugh.
Well, we gotta have an up here for this hour.
Yeah, so... Well, I mean, yeah. What do you want to talk about?
We've been on for 40 minutes. That's not the time to say, what do you want to talk about?
Well, pick a topic. Any topic.
I don't know.
Pick a card, any card.
Everything you have done has been...
Oh! I know what we can talk about.
I don't
You're
think...
psychic.
I am.
Yeah.
That is true.
I found that out earlier.
Mm-hmm. People didn't realize this, but I am psychic.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about it.
Right, well, we're talking about it now.
Well, I don't really want to get into it.
I just want to know, when did you learn that you were psychic?
When I knew that I could see things in the future.
Oh.
Isn't that the definition?
I don't know.
First of all, I think you're saying that rudely. Because how this all came about was you were stating you had a problem. And I said it's going to be okay. And you said I didn't know you were psychic. So it was kind of rude what you had said. And I wrote it off. Because I thought, well, she's in a bad mood.
No,
but
I was kidding. I was making a joke. Why is it okay for me or for you?
That's not funny.
No. Why is it okay for you to make fun of me?
Because I'm funny.
And make jokes. No.
And you're not funny.
Not.
I am. I'm funny.
And
People
okay.
people listen to this and they say he is funny.
People listen to this and they
now
say
don't hit the table.
You did it. Why is everything okay when you do it, but not when I do it?
Because I'm the host.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yes, it does.
No.
We just found out it does.
Oh, you know what? Something that's funny because.
This probably isn't funny, by the way, but we'll hear it anyway. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so when I was watching that movie...
we're back to that.
Yeah, well, no, listen. I was like, I said something and I was like, is the little girl that grew up? And then I just paused and I was like, is that Bailey? And I was like, oh, it felt so weird saying my name. And Tyson was like, you say your name all the time. Why is that weird? And I was like, no, I don't. He's like, on your podcast, you say your name all the time. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, because we usually introduce ourselves.
Oh, we didn't this time.
I know.
Oh, boy.
That's probably because I felt so weird saying my name yesterday.
Oh, well, it is an odd name. But that's okay.
You like my name.
Well, I think I used to like it. And then I think something happened. Oh, I would not belch into your coat like that because it'll probably change colors. Honest to goodness. Belch number 5, this one into the coat, which will probably change the colors.
I can't help it. I don't know what's up with
Chili! You ate chili! This is
it
not.
was so good.
We don't need a science experiment to find out why you'd be puking all over the place like you are.
I don't think it's the chili. I think it's the Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew and the chili.
When you think about it, I burp a lot, and it's always when I have, like, soda.
Yeah. I keep that written down in my journal.
Soda makes Bailey belch.
Now, you asked me earlier on if I was going out on Valentine's Day when you knew darn well we're supposed to do a show Valentine's Day night. So, I don't even know why. You even said that prior in the episode. You knew.
Well, I know, but you could take someone out Saturday. I didn't know if you were just taking someone out in general to celebrate Valentine's Day.
I don't know anymore. This has become much more rough than it used to be. I think we're just out of practice.
What are you talking about?
You stink.
Oh.
Now, see, that was...
I took a shower.
No. No. I'm talking about stinko. You stink.
Huh?
You used to be good at this, and you've went downhill.
You're really rude.
I'm in a good mood tonight. I think that's what happened. I think that, sometimes when you're in a good mood, you're just upbeat.
I think we switched spots. Like, you used to be in a bad mood. And
I'm not in a bad... No, I was never in a bad mood.
No, and I was always in a good mood, and you took my good mood away and stole it for yourself.
I was never in a bad mood doing these shows.
No, I'm in a good mood.
Not really. You're a little shoddy.
In the world.
It's called a telephone.
Yeah. It's a 216 number.
That thing calls all the time, and it's just one of those, like, survey calls. Don't answer it. Oh, that did a lot of good. She doesn't know how to work her phone, folks.
Why is it not working?
Because it's on the speakerphone, so you have to hit... No, will you stop? Why are you punching buttons? There, okay, we're done now.
I was really just trying to make it stop.
You get stranger by the week. That's what's happening.
I was gonna, like, bang the phone.
So why do you think you've went downhill? Let's analyze that in the last 15 minutes.
No, I've just been under a lot of stress lately.
But this has been like a gradual thing.
Yeah.
We started high, and then
like, every week I get more and more and more and more and more stress added on.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful's the word.
I just get more and more and more and more stress added on.
And so now we're at the point where you're just terrible.
You're really rude.
Thank God.
You hurt my feelings.
I did not hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go home and cry.
I don't think you will.
I will.
No, you won't.
I could start crying right now.
No, you won't.
I've cried before.
You did cry one time on this show, but I don't know if people knew that you were crying, but you did.
I did.
But I stopped it.
Yep. I did.
But you're not going to cry over this.
I could.
You know this is
You never know. I'm telling you what, I've been so, like, super sensitive.
So this is the time to really... This is the time when you should really block somebody, right? This is the time when you should really lob it in there.
I've just been, like, super sensitive the past month. Like, I don't know why. Every little thing. I mean, like, things that didn't used to hurt my feelings do.
But you know what I think this is? This is when you really block somebody. Because, no, I'm telling you, this is when you do it. Because when they're at their most sensitive, that's when you really lob one in there.
Okay. I'll be sure to block you when I get home.
Oh, you're going to block me? Mm-hmm. That'll save me the time.
Yeah.
So, that'll be kind of cool.
Okay.
Are you upset?
No, never.
You seem a little upset during this podcast. People can hear it in your voice.
I told you that you hurt my feelings.
Oh, well, tell me how I hurt your feelings so I can fix it.
You always say that you're going to replace me. You always say that I suck. You're always mean to me.
That's just our little thing.
But it hurts my feelings now because I'm super sensitive for God knows what reason.
Yeah, but I don't say this stuff to you in private.
I know. But I don't know why. Like, I'm for real. I don't know what is up with me. Like, it was just like, I started taking my medication again. And ever since, I've been super sensitive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I can believe it.
I think that's the problem.
Well, you off the medication was no thrill.
It's like a bad thing either way. Well, it changed. So, maybe I should just go back to my old medication. Don't
you consult a doctor, or you just buy these in the street?
No, I do. No, I go to the doctor. I have a doctor. I go to
Do you go? Because you sound like you're self-regulating there. Maybe this is the problem.
No,
you're buying them in the street. You're like, well, should I go back to the old ones that my dealer on 2nd Street has? Or should I...
No, they're all prescribed. No, you know what? Honestly, today, my problem today is I'm really upset with someone. And normally, if someone makes me mad, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Okay? But, like, this person is, is hurting my child. And so, it really, like, I can't just let it go. And so maybe that's why I'm in such a weird mood. So, yeah.
But you do realize, and I didn't think I had to say this, but this is a show. Mm-hmm. I mean, some things are serious, but certainly I've been making fun of you for 14 episodes now. It's a show.
I know. Like I said, I'm just extra sensitive today. It's been a long day. So, okay, so I have a question for you. What is your opinion on I'm trying to word this without calling anybody out. What is your opinion on addiction?
Like
drugs.
Oh. Well, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad when people have that problem.
So, as a parent, I mean, you're not a parent, but pretend you are, okay?
I'll try. Go ahead.
But you're a teacher, so, like, you see, and I'm sure that you see kids whose parents have this issue, okay? Because of where we live. It's just a giving. Sorry, I don't know what happened. But how does it make you feel when a child literally fears for their parent's life, and that parent, instead of trying to change for the child, they say, yeah, I'm using, but I'll be fine. Just tell him I'll be fine.
If somebody's genuinely using drugs, they're not in their right mind. That's not a normal act. So you can't talk to them like a normal person because they're not in a normal state of mind.
Oh, trust me, I didn't talk like a normal person. I was pretty angry.
Well, but I think there's a thin line between love and hate. And for people who can't get the love that they want from somebody, they'll take the hate. Because hate's a reaction, and hate's an emotion. Yeah. And they love to get it from people. You know when you're going to tick somebody off.
Yeah, I guess my thing is, I love my kids so much. Like, I would do anything and everything for them. And so, when one of their parents chooses drugs over them, and, I'm the one that deals with that child, scared that they're going to wake up and not have a dad anymore, it really genuinely pisses me off.
Well, it's horribly sad.
Yeah. And I just don't understand how you just don't care.
Because it's clear they don't care about themselves right now, or they wouldn't be doing that. It's not a logical thing. And, unfortunately, it does make you do weird things. You're not in your normal state of mind. You talk to people who go through addiction and come out on the other side. They say, I don't know who I was. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I was acting like that. It's a disease. And it's a horrible disease. And the people have to want to get help. And you cannot force somebody into getting help. Guilt trips don't work. They have to want to do it for themselves. Because to get to that point, you have to feel like your life is worth nothing to risk that sort of thing.
It makes me really sad because, my 9-year-old literally fears every single day. Is my dad still alive? Did my dad die? Is my dad going to be okay? And he's 9. He shouldn't have to live in that fear. And it just pisses me off to no end.
But he is alive, and hopefully he will stay that way, and hopefully he will realize that he's doing the wrong thing. People don't want to live in misery forever, but unfortunately, there's something about that disease that other people cannot change it for you. You cannot do it for other people. You've got to want to do it for yourself. And until you want to do it for yourself, you're not going to do it. So it's horrible that family members have to go through that, but you just hope for the best.
Yeah. It's just really frustrating. So maybe that's why I'm in such a, weird mood tonight, because I dealt with that earlier. And I'm just angry.
But you know what? It does turn out okay. The thing about life is, life, for the most part, does have a happy ending. If you want it to. Now, you can live in misery if you want to, but that is a choice.
Yeah.
You have to choose to live in misery or to live in happiness. And at some point, everybody makes that choice. But you have to understand, and I think I've said this before, the only person you control is yourself. Now, of course, you're going to feel bad about other people. Of course, you're going to feel empathy toward other people. You're going to feel sympathy toward other people. But you can't control them. Right. You can't make their decisions. They make their decisions.
Oh, and trust me, I wish I could.
And it's just, unfortunately, not the way it goes.
I know.
So, in the end, they will make their decisions, and the end will be what it is. It's just like calling somebody a name. You can call somebody a name all you want. Now, if they believe it, then you might hurt them. But if you don't believe it, then it's not going to.
Oh, people call me names all the time.
Well, that's what I say. You either believe it or you don't believe it.
I just kind of laugh at it, really. I don't pay any attention to it. It used to bother me, because, like, the way I grew up, it bothered me. But now I'm just like, whatever.
In the last 5 minutes, because you bring this up all the time, I want to clear this up. You say that I say this, that I'm going to leave or replace you or whatever it is, and you don't like this.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many times have I ever left, replaced you?
Like twice.
No, that's not true. One time we didn't talk for like 2 days. That was it. 2 days.
Okay.
That was it. And the other time, I didn't even realize we weren't talking. So, no, it's never even happened. So what would make you think that after all these months that it would happen when it's never happened?
Because you bring it up all the time.
I bring it up.
And listen, in every bit of a joke, there's a little bit of truth.
That's not true.
Most of the time. Yep.
In every bit of a joke,
in every joke, there's a little bit of truth.
In every joke, there's a little bit of truth.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
So you think when somebody does stand-up comedy, there's a little truth in everything they say?
Oh, yeah. They use real-life stories sometimes.
Yeah, but what if I'm telling a joke about a firefighter who I've never met?
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know that that's true.
Okay, and every joke, like, directed towards someone. Like, when you joke around with me.
So you think my real plan is to get rid of you?
I don't know.
Replace you?
I don't know. I'm not
that?
psychic. You're the psychic.
I don't think that I would say it if that's what I was really going to do.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
I think it's just become a running joke now because it's brought up so often.
Right.
That's why it comes up. Mm-hmm. But I guess it's also because I don't understand why it's hurtful. Because to me, that is more funny than hurtful. Because the fact that somebody would tell somebody, I'm going to replace you, and then actually do it. Or the fact that somebody would say, I'm going to leave, and then actually do it, that seems comical to me. Why would you do that?
That's not funny.
But why would you do it? That's what I'm saying. That's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
The only thing that would ever make me want to write somebody off in general life would be if I couldn't trust them, if I believed they were doing something that I thought was untrustworthy, or if they changed. Go ahead, burp again. Why not? We're just about...
I'm trying not to change.
No, but it is true. Well, that's no change because you've been burping for months.
I know.
I'm a popular person tonight.
Yeah.
I'll just let that one go. But that's what it is all. I should have unplugged that. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, you should have.
But it's an interesting background for
I see who it is.
Yeah, it's an interesting background for the
it's my bestie.
podcast. It is.
It is.
But
shout out to my bestie.
There you go.
If you listen.
I have like 7 besties now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you could do that. I can't talk about it. I don't have the time to run through them all right now.
Well, obviously I'm not one.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No.
Another hurt in my feelings.
I know. It's a sad thing. But what I think is, I think you would not...
What would you do if I just broke down crying?
I'd get you a Kleenex. I'd offer you a Kleenex.
I don't know what to do with you.
No, I'm a good consoler. I can console people. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Da, da, da. I'm a realist when it comes to problems, though. Yeah. I've realized that when somebody comes to me with a problem, I'm a good person with that because I can be objective.
Yeah.
I can take myself out of somebody else's problems, and I can usually help solve their problems. I'm a good problem solver.
That's good.
Well, whatever.
You should put that on your resume.
It is. It's already on there. Problem solver extraordinaire.
Oh.
It's right under psychic.
Oh. Yeah, those are good things. All good things.
It's not alphabetical. Psychic comes before problem solver. Right. But it's, that's just the way it is. And people are going to do what they're going to do, but in the end, we'll all be happy.
Yeah.
Not really. But I'll be happy.
Oh. I mean, I'm happy.
You look it. Clearly, after this episode...
I wish people could see my face right now.
No, I don't. It's depressing.
Well, I'm smiling.
Was that a smile? Well, that's not a smile. See how easily we picked this back?
Oh my gosh.
Don't pray. What?
Becky, look at her butt.
Yeah, what are you... What are you oh my goshing about?
That was rude.
What'd I say?
I really need to, like, trademark that.
What?
That's rude.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
I know.
So we know that you obviously think I'm rude. But what is the... What?
It's not just you I say it to, though.
Oh, good. I'm glad to know it's not a personal thing.
Oh.
I was solving somebody's problem today. Actually, yes, today I was in a room with somebody, and we started talking about a problem, and then it turns out we ended up being in that room like 45 minutes longer than we were supposed to, because I was working on their problem.
Oh my gosh.
But
I got an email today.
Yeah?
And one from like the soccer team. And I'm not going to say what the @ is for this email because I don't want anyone to email them. But let me just pull it up real quick because it was funny and I was just like, I don't understand why. This person's email address is, well, if it lets me look. Now, this is a grown adult, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Super sexy, make awesome sauces. At something.
And you got an email.
But I know this person.
Was it a nice email?
No, I mean, it's about soccer.
But they just send that out to everybody? That's like a group email?
Yeah, it's one of the parents.
Oh, well.
And I was just like, oh.
There's no accounting for good taste is what that learned. There's no accounting for good taste.
I was like, that's not professional whatsoever.
Nah. But you know what? People really aren't. Well, that brings an end to this episode, rip-roaring episode. And until the next one.
Yeah.
Hasn't this been fun?
It has.
It's been, apparently.
It's been amazing.
As they always are. So until next time, enjoy, and we'll be back soon.